Every week when I do the weekly update, I think about what price charts stood out the most to me this week. And there are 3 price charts that are really interesting that I want to bring your attention to. Plus, I have a bonus 4th symbol, an individual company that has just taken a huge hit, and I think it's a buying opportunity. So stick around, we'll get to all of them. Hey everyone, this is RC Peck with Fearless Wealth, and I have really 4 things I want to talk to you about. And whether you're going to buy any one of these 4 or not actually does not matter, because what this video is about is helping you think differently, helping you think with your eyes, helping you think by looking at price, understanding where the signal is, and understanding where the strength is. Because when you understand those 3 things, then it doesn't matter whether we're talking about ABC, XYZ, or 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let me do this. Let me jump over to the price charts because I first want to talk about 3 sectors that are making new lifetime highs. Now, here's the thing. It's not that big of a deal that there are sectors making a new lifetime high, but the first one I'll talk about is industrials. And industrials has really annoyed people a lot in 2021 because it kind of just went sideways, right? Not that fun. And if you look at the screen here, you can see that seller kept coming in at about $105 for XLI. But finally, XLI broke above $105, and guess what? People said, I want more. This is the sign of strength. The sign of strength is when the price goes higher and people say to themselves, please, I want to buy more. And that is happening with industrials right now. It's broken out to a new lifetime high. The second sector I want to point out to you is materials. Now, maybe it's not a shocker that materials and industrials are both breaking out to new lifetime highs, but they are slightly different. They're both very small parts of the market, which I think is the opportunity there because they're underrepresented. People don't have a lot of exposure to these 2 parts of the market. But here, if you look on the screen, you can see that materials, the material sector, and this symbol is XLB, has also broken out to new lifetime highs. Didn't have quite the tight channel going that industrials did, but yet here they are breaking out to new lifetime highs. Those 2 as a pairing, maybe not that big of a wow, this is interesting, but then let me just throw in technology. Technology also breaking out to new highs this week. So when you have technology, industrials, and materials, that makes for odd bedfellows. You don't want to think of those going together. Maybe technology and communication and whatnot. So here's the takeaway. These 3 sectors moving higher means the market is in really strong hands, and we're in the best 3 months of the year for the market. So that is another check, another point to why you want to be fully invested right now. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to show you was those 3 sectors, and not just those, but wow, those 3 also moving higher together. That's the real story. The second thing I want to bring up is Cathie Wood, and this is her ARK Innovation ETF. Okay, it's done nothing this year. It's actually done worse than nothing. It's down. And it's down about 6% for the year. Now, this is a year where almost everything, not everything, but almost everything is up for the year. It came into the year obviously crushing it, and it was up 200 or 300%. So nicely done, Cathie. But something's going on because my worry about this is people keep coming in and providing their shares to the market when the price gets to like 125, 130. And here's the thing, everyone. I don't care what ARK Innovation Fund you own, whether it's the bio, the genomic, the space, the whatever. It doesn't matter. They all look exactly the same. And if you own more than one ARK Innovation, that means someone in your past repeatedly taught you to be over diversified. But I find this interesting. Look, it's not down and out, it's not dead, but you have all of this sidewaysness here and not strengthening as most things are now breaking up to new highs. Just quickly, if I were to just price this in a different currency, and I'm going to call it a currency, this is the ARK Innovation ETF priced in the NASDAQ 100. So think of the US dollar as a currency and think of the NASDAQ 100 as a currency. And when you look at it this way, you go, wow, ARK is really, really, really underperforming. And now it doesn't look like it's just kind of going sideways. Now you go, something's wrong. Something's wrong over at ARK Innovation, because this is not just now going sideways. This is in a very strong downtrend. So until that turns around, I'd have very little interest in ARK Innovation. Okay, that was the second thing I wanted to show you. And the third thing, and then we're going to get to the fourth, which is a bonus. I wanted to show you gold. Caught my attention. Now I've been into gold. When I mean into gold, aware of gold and having it as a position when gold is moving higher since 2000. So here's gold. Actually, the actual price of gold. Now the general rule, I would say this way: the general and specific rule is gold above $300 is good. Now you can see here that it almost peaked at 2100. Let's just round up and call it 2100. But sellers kept coming in every time this thing went above 1800, right? It went above, it tried to stay above, it couldn't stay above, it broke below, then buyers came in, then sellers came in, then buyers came in. And so this has been a lot of back and forth. And you can see on the screen here that gold clearly peaked in August of last year. So it's been in a downtrend for a solid 15 months. Now, has it turned up? I'm just noticing now, like, okay, it has to start spending a lot more time above $1,800. And if it can do that, then it allows itself to be on your short list. Of course, it's all about your strategy. I really want to get this. I know I have this. Actually, let me do this for a second. Just for a second, I just want to go full talking head here. It doesn't matter what you own. It matters how you own it, right? And this is a different way of saying the strategy you have determines your outcomes, right? So two people could have the same symbol, and if one is day trading it and one buys and holds it, they'll have very different outcomes with the same symbol. So the symbols have to be going higher, but how you own it. Do you buy and forget it? Do you buy it and place a 30% trailing stop loss? Do you buy it and use moving averages to get in and out of it? That matters. So how you own gold matters. Okay, so here is gold. Now, it's not just gold by itself that caught my attention. Here's silver right here. Looks pretty horrible to my brain. The world comes in when silver gets up to about $29 an ounce and says, $29 an ounce and says, I don't want my silver anymore. And that's what's been going on since, wait for it, August of last year for about 15 months. And when silver gets down to $23, people go, I'll get some silver. So this is an investment. This is a symbol that is clearly looking to get back up on its feet and move higher. Anything between those two blue lines, it's anyone's call. We have no idea what it's going to do, and you have no idea what it's going to do, especially if you look at the screen, you go, I don't know. So that is a bit of a sidewaysness. The part of gold that caught my attention the most, or kind of brought the conversation together, and let me zoom out here just a little bit, is, I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. Let's go to 13 years for fun. This is GDX. So it's basically the ETF for precious metal mining shares. And if you look at the screen, you can see that GDX, for years, people sold their shares at $31. Right, so when GDX hit $31, people sold their shares. That happened in 2016, happened in 2019, happened in 2020, happened in 2013, and then it broke above, right? GDX broke above that $30. Now I'm showing you a range here. When GDX broke below that, in that range, people came in and bought. So that means maybe the battle's over, that clean out happened. I'll keep an eye on it. It's certainly interesting. It's been a place to avoid since August of last year, whether it's been gold or silver or the tracking symbols. It's been a place to avoid. But we really want to see this get in strong hands, and then it's something that we want to own. Okay, now let's do I want to do one more symbol. So let's do one more symbol that I want to show you. So PayPal caught my attention this week. And I don't think PayPal is going anywhere. Originally, eBay bought PayPal 1.5 billion. Is that right? So here's PayPal right here. Just going sideways. People selling PayPal at $305, people wanting it at $230. Then some news came out. People who own the stock thought that news was bad and it broke below that. That drop from top to bottom, there's about 35%. That's a good sale. This is a solid company that will not surprise me if it's $1 trillion stock in 5 or 10 years. Certainly by the end of the 2020s, this is likely to be $1 trillion stock. You could pick it up for $250 billion. That means you could have it go up 2 or 3x in 5 to 10 years. That's also known as a really good investment. So this absolutely caught my attention this week, and I wanted to bring it to your attention. Now, I talked in the middle, just like it's not enough to just know the symbols. You do not want to own more than 10 symbols. If you do, you are over diversified. It does not matter. I know that really triggers a lot of people. Right, I talked about it with ARK Innovation Funds. You don't need to own all 6 or 7 or 12 of them or however many there are now. You just need to own one of them because they all move in the exact same direction. If you love gold, you really only need to own one gold position, not 25 juniors or 25 majors. Just owning one gold position and owning it properly is going to create so much better performance. So everyone, let me know where I got it right, where I got it wrong. Leave a comment. I answer all of them, and I'd love to hear from you. And if you like this video, you will love our other videos, my other weekly updates or my Ask RC videos. And if you have an idea for a topic for either one, leave it in the comments. Thanks for being in my world, and I look forward to seeing you, hearing from you, reading your comments on the next video. Okay, thanks.